Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 8th of August 2022. A new working week has begun. Hope you are prepared for it, as prepared as you can be. Those of you who love work, I'm sure you'll be happy that it's Monday. Many people though will be thinking, oh dear, it's Monday again. Such is life. Okay. Let's get on with our beginner level Sudoku. I shall explain the rules in a moment. Before I just mention or say congratulations to the US for passing its bill to reduce global warming or fund efforts to reduce global warming and reduce prescription cost drugs on prescription drug costs. Prescription drug costs. There we are. I can't get any words out. It's early Monday morning. It's too early for me to speak even. I noticed that every single Republican voted against it. And, you know, really the modern Republican Party in the US is really a nasty bunch of people, isn't it? They have no shame, no soul. Awful bunch. Even worse than the UK Tories, and I think, and that's saying something, especially the senators. Okay, right, so how do we play this game of Sudoku? Well, we have 9 squares in this row, 9 squares in this row, including the one that I just jumped over, and 9 squares in every row. And what do? We fit numbers 1 to 9 in those squares. Some squares are already filled with digits, so obviously we can't do anything about those because we can only put one number per square. We do exactly the same thing with the columns. This column here already has 3, 2, 5 and 9 filled in. We are looking for 1, 4, 6, 7 and 8 to go in those squares there. And then we do the same thing for these smaller blocks here because they also contain 9 squares. Numbers cannot repeat. How do we find the answer to this puzzle? We use logic. That's how we do it. We say there is a 5 over here. And when we consider that 5 already exists in this row, it cannot re-exist in this row. It cannot reappear in this row. So in this particular block over here, these 3 squares are forbidden forbidden to become a 5. And then we have a 5 down here blocking up here because we can't have another 5 in this row. Does this all make sense to you? I don't seem to be speaking very well this morning. It's still very early here. I haven't really woken up properly. Never mind. Let's see this 6 blocking down here like this and the 6 blocking across here like this. So we now know that 6 has to fit in that square there. What else? Let's see. We now have a 1 blocking across here and a 1 blocking across here. So that's going to give us a 1 in that square there. And we say 1 blocking up here and 1 across here, which means that 1 is in either this square or this square, right? 1 has to be limited to one of these 2 squares. Now we can't say which is which just yet, but that's okay. But what we do know is that it can't be in any of the other squares in this row, so it's not over here. We have a 1 blocking over here, and we have a 1 down here and a 1 up here. And so now we know that a 1 has to be in that square just there. Okay. Let's do the same thing with this 4. 4 blocks down here, so we know that 4 is in one of these 2 squares, blocking all the way up here. 4 blocking up here, 4 across here, and 4 across here. That means that this square here must be a 4. We have a 2 blocking down here and a 2 across here, so that means that this square must be a 2. We have 7 blocking down here, so we now know that 7 is in that square. We have an 8 blocking across here. We don't yet have an 8 in this block, so 8 goes here, and the last number that we need here is a 4. Okay, now we have 4 blocking up here, 4 down here, and 4 across here. So we know that 4 appears in that square there. where should I be looking now? And if you are new to the channel, you should note that I don't play these games in advance at all. So I also have to look for the answers just like you do. What's missing across here? Is this going to help us any? We don't yet have 3, 6 and 7. No, there's only a 3 up here. Probably I should be looking. Now, normally it's a good idea to try and decide where you are supposed to be looking. That will save some time. But I can't see where I should be looking. So what I'll do is I'll just click on the digits in turn, and that will give me an idea of what I can see. If you follow along with your eyes along the rows and columns, we should have a reasonable idea of what can go where. For example, this 3 goes across this row, 3 goes across this row, and 3 blocks down here. And so we know that 3 has to fit into that square there, then 3 blocks down here, and 3 blocks down here, and 3 goes across there, so we know that the 3 is in fact there. As I said, I'll just click on the numbers in turn because it can help see things more clearly sometimes. Seven blocks across here now, so we know that 7 is in that square there. We can get this number because we are limiting 2 squares here to 2 particular numbers. So we know that the last number for this row will go here. So what goes in these 2 squares? It's 3 and 4. Actually, we can place them now. We have 4 blocking down here, so we know that the 4 goes there and the 3 goes there. But even if we hadn't known which was which, we would know that 3 and 4 go there. So we would know that the last number over here has to be a 9 to complete the row. Where do we look now? We probably have to look up here somewhere. Let's go back to highlighting the digits again because we have made some changes. And so, you know, as soon as you place one number in Sudoku, the situation has changed and you may be able to place something else. For example, there's 3 up here now, and 3 across here, and 3 up there. Means that we can place the 3 there, then we can go 3 along here, and along here, and 3 blocking up here. Means that that must be a 3 in that square there. Threes are now finished. Five blocks up this column, 5 blocks up this column, so just 1 square there that we can get the 5. Then 5 blocking across here and up here. Oops, let's hold down the right key. Gives us a 5 in that square there. And now we have 5 blocking across here, excuse me, and up here. So just 1 place of 5 can go there. 5 blocking down here, and blocking down here, and 5 across there. So that's the space for our 5. 3 and 5 are now complete. Okay, 6 blocks up here and 6 blocks down here. So what does that tell us? It tells us that we have 2 empty squares where 6 could go, right? Now 6 blocks this square, so we know that 6 has to be in one of these 2 squares. Can we say which? No, not yet. But we know it's either here or here. So if it goes in this square, or this square, it blocks across here like this. So now we're left with a single space where the 6 can go. And now 8 blocks along this row and 8 blocks down here, so 8 fits there. And now we only have one number to finish this row off. When we look along and find what it is, we'll find we're missing a 4, so that's what goes in there. And the 4 goes up here and down here and across here, so that's got to be a 4 in that square there. I'm going to start from the 1s again. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so now we have a 1 blocking up here and 1 blocking up here, so now we can place our 1 there. And there's only one empty square in this column. The missing number for this column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have 6 though, so 6 goes there. The missing numbers in this block are 8 and 9, so we look for any intersecting 8s and 9s, and we find this one here blocking that square, so we know that the 9 goes there and the 8 goes there. And now we have 8 blocking up here and 8 blocking across here, so 8 is in that square there, and we can say 8 blocking across these 2 rows and 8 blocking up here gives us an 8 in that square there. And 8 across here, 8 down here and 8 up here puts an 8 in that square, and now 8 across here and across here gives us the final digit 8 for the grid. Okay, not too much more to do now. 1 blocking across here and across here puts a 1 in that square there. 1 blocking down here and up here puts a 1 in that square, so the 1s are all complete. We haven't finished 2s yet. Let's see what we can do with the 2s, shall we? Okay, we don't have a 2 in this column yet, but we have an intersecting 2 here blocking this square, so we know that 2 goes here, and the last number to get in this column is now a 9. 9 blocks across here and 9 blocks across here, so 9 fits there, and the last number to go in this block or this row is the same thing, has to be a 7. The 7 blocks up here, so the 7 goes here. I hope this is not too fast for you. If it is, remember, you can go back, watch it again, or slow down. But you have to try these games yourself, of course. 2 7s blocking like that, so 7 fits here. And now there's only 1 digit remaining for this row. The missing number here is a 2, and now 2 blocks down here, so 2 goes in that square there. And there's 2 blocks that square there, so 2 fits here, and 2 blocks here, so the final 2 is there. Now we have 1 number missing from this block here, which is a 6. We have 1 number missing from this column or this block. Whichever way you look at it, it's a 9. We have 1 number left for this row, and the missing number is a 6. We have 1 number missing for this column now, and the missing number is a 7, and 1 number left for this row or this block, and the missing number is a 6. 6 also blocks across here, so 6 goes in that square, and the last number here is a 7. 7 blocks up here, putting a 7 into that square, and the final number we need here is a 9. I hope that wasn't too fast for you. If you're an absolute beginner, I've managed to follow the logic there. You have to try these things by yourself. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.